It's Christmas Eve, and so in true festive spirit we'll be looking at the polar bear, Father Christmas's main predator and the reason he never steps outside his grotto without a rifle. Polar bears live in that really cold place up north, you know the one. More specifically though, they live in Russia, Canada, Norway, Greenland and Alaska. Even more specifically, they tend to be found on the edges of sea ice, where the sea begins, allowing them to have easy access to their prey, seals, that live there. Polar bears will move around a lot as the seasons change and the ice melts and freezes. During the summer, they will move to solid land, and when winter comes and the ice refreezes, they make their way back onto the frozen oceans again to hunt. As I just said, polar bears eat seals, mainly bearded and ringed seals. A polar bear's most common method of hunting is called still hunting, where the polar bear sits by an opening in the ice, waiting for a seal to surface. It isn't uncommon for polar bears to eat carrion such as whale carcasses, and when times get tough, polar bears have been known to eat small rodents, reindeer, and even human rubbish. This has led many polar bears to enter human settlements in search of food, which puts both them and humans in danger. Many of these excursions will end with the polar bear injured or maybe even killed. These lovely bears live for around 25 years and obviously give birth to live young. Mating occurs during April and May and coincides with when the best time for seal hunting is, so the bears will meet at the best spots for food and mate while they're there. Female polar bears experience delayed implantation, where fertilised eggs won't start to develop for another 4 months after initial fertilisation. This is so the mother has enough time to eat as much food as possible and dig a maternity den to sleep in during her gestation period. She'll stay in this den for the first few months of her cubs' lives as well. When the cubs are around 2 years old, the mother will abandon or chase her offspring away, leaving them to fend for themselves, or sometimes siblings will share food and stay with each other for a few months afterwards. Polar bears are truly Arctic animals. Everything about them has been finely tuned to living in such a harsh environment. The fur is thick, oily and waterproof, perfect for swimming, and its white colour makes great camouflage. Underneath their fur, their skin is black, which helps them absorb as much heat as possible from the sun. They have small ears to reduce heat loss, and a small surface area to body ratio, again to keep in the heat. Their massive paws help them swim, and when on sea ice help spread their weight over a larger area. Their enormous size and strength lets them smash through the ice to get at seals. These adaptations make polar bears amazingly adapted to a cold Arctic climate, but that climate is changing rapidly and polar bears can't keep up. As we all know, global warming is melting the ice caps at an alarming rate. Every year, polar bears have to swim further and further from land to find the sea ice that is crucial to their survival. Polar bears are classed as vulnerable by the IUCN due to their low numbers, only around 20,000 to 25,000, and the constant threat that polar bears are under from humans. The possibility of oil spills, overhunting, starvation, and habitat loss all make the polar bear a threatened species, and this is only going to get worse for them as global warming becomes far more apparent in the coming decades. On that depressing note, we'll end this video. I hope you liked this Animal of the Week Christmas special, and I hope you all have a great holiday. Merry Christmas!